Hey guys, just another gamer here, and today we'll be doing on the exclusive summon reviews, and then right after that we'll be doing on some of my summons. So let's just get right into it, and we'll see what we have for this week. So we have a Verret, then Vanessa, and Legmaron. So I think all of these are still also like usable in terms of like offense. In the case whereby Verret could be like a good CC in terms of also dealing damage. Then Vanessa is of course for the speed leader, which could also help out with Legmaron if you do not have any other like speed leader. Then Legmaron of course for Squall. So practically that's pretty much, and of course I think Vanessa is like the better unit for like the AD no matter how. Because of 33% speed lead. Yep, this is the skill. Then Legmaron wise, I think they recently got this buff whereby 50% to become to 75% for this stun rate, and then the attack power reduction is still like max ever since. So no matter how, actually this week the net finds are like pretty good. Then for the rest of the net force, in my opinion, Jalfoy could be useful together with the, I think there's a copper somewhere, I think. I remember saying something about copper. So I guess there isn't, but we have like a living armor food and also for better memory food for like Telt or Basalt, and then copper using the fire living armor. Then the rest of the net force, I think the rest of the net force are also like pretty good because I saw these Tauris and it's also still pretty good in terms of its damage. It can go like around 7-8,000 times 4 for this skill, provided with all the necessary buffs and debuffs. Then next up we have is Beretta, which is like the only, I think this is the unit whereby I use in like Trial of Ascension for like at least 90 stages, because some of the boss stages I do not even use Beretta. I mean that's assuming that I don't even use like my other auto team for fast move through the like hard mode for the early stages. Then Travel is still like a good farming rep. Nevertheless, it's still also quite okay in terms of like PvP wise. It's just how you use it. And then the Barbaric King, I feel that this is also like a potential because you can actually steal beneficial effects, such as like maybe you could use this like bait to bait like Katarina, possibly. Alright, so for the rest of the net trees, nothing that much in particular. So now we move on to next week, whereby we have Theor, Zyros, and Pangbek. I feel that all these three are more towards like AO. I mean, in terms of any kind of offense, but I don't think I'll put this kind of units in terms of defense. And then for the rest of the net force, we have it soon. For, I mean, this needs no explanation. Then the rest of them, I think Immensity could be something that I'm actually looking out for because I'm using like Olivia, then Bulldozer, and then Copper, or else I use Randy as a leader, depending if like Olivia is still alive. But then I feel that sometimes I need to like use the Bulldozer or the Copper to actually strike first, and then to just nuke off one unit to make the game safer for me. So but then I think that, yeah, so that's how I actually derive that I think I need Immensity somehow. But that's if I get one. So the rest of the net trees for next week, probably the Green Reaper could be useful for like putting into that train, or could be using this Water Green Reaper for like Trial Ascension. It's still pretty good. And the rest of them, Math, you guys know how to use it because I do not know how to use, or probably I'm like pretty used to like my own current team, which is Beretta, Velmos, Train, Aria, and Theon. Yes, Theon the Light Garuda. Okay, so now let's have a look at 2 weeks time. I think I might just go for like 2 weeks time. Let's have a look at the 3 weeks time. Okay, not that I need them, so I think I'll probably go for like what's in like 2 weeks time, unless like maybe the 4th or 5th week or the 6th week, something were to come out whereby it's much more nicer, then maybe I might just go for something else, because I feel that I want to come in on like my defense, be it arena and also on, in fact both arena and also on guild defense. I would like to put a Camilla inside there. Then Laika is also a pretty good unit because it doesn't glance, and then you could still hit like water units. Only that you only suffer that -15% critical rate because of the elemental disadvantage, but you will not glance. So I feel that it's actually quite a pretty good unit all over. Tasha wise, I do not need this leader skill, but it could be useful. Maybe I get like some, I can make like a full new comp for Hall of Heroes, but Hall of Heroes are next week, because this weekend should be the free wound removal. Then Tempest wise, yes, it's instantly reusable if you kill an enemy. So some of them will like wound this with like violence, some will actually wound this with like rage if because for like burst. Then Lightning Nova, same as the Flame Nova from Perna, whereby the more the HP, the more the damage. Then the first skill is just a stun like all the other Phoenix. As for the Net Force, I think this guy could be useful, which I have not pulled ever since. Because I've seen videos from friends and also subscribers and also from like guildies. They are also using these Taoists, and then because I don't even have this guy, I put like at least 5 of the water one, this guy. So what else do we have? We have a Chloe, so I do not need to explain about Chloe. Then Stella, I think that some guys might be building this. My guildies build this for like the rates R5 with like the, I'm not sure how much speed is needed. And then they can also still go on with like violent wounds. I think it's like 280 speed after like all the tower and all the like speed 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 leader etc. Something like that. Then the rest of them for the net trees, nothing really much in particular, but maybe this water high elemental because of tectonic shift. And then for the third skill, it actually freezes the opponent for 2 turns. Maybe it could be useful, maybe it cannot be. But if I have nothing to build, I might probably build one of them. Which I'm actually building on like a Malaka and then Shren, which I have not even 6-star because I'm like, okay, I'll explain that later why. So okay, for the new week that we have, so we have Tiana, which I don't think that I need to explain, but when the week comes, I will explain it, of course. Then Okeanos, still a very good unit. This guy has a stun, and then the second skill can actually reset. That's quite irritating in my opinion. Even with real wound, sometimes that my retouch also get like reset, just like that. So Okeanos could be like quite useful. Then aerial wise, I think not that too much because nowadays with raids, people can actually burst damage much more than aerial heal. Then the rest of the net force, we have an Orion. So I think Orion is a pretty good unit whereby some of my guildies do not have, and which I think that no matter if you guys are watching this or not, if you do not have an Orion, I think that Orion is a good thing to actually pull out of. Because Orion is actually pretty good in like defense, as he can actually, it's very totally random with this third skill. So I think that no matter how, I think Orion is still a pretty good unit. And the rest of the net trees, I will of course take Kali and build Kali, of course, which I have, of course. Alright, so I guess that's like brief run through from like the exclusive summons, because I like want to focus on like the current week. The rest of the weeks is like I'll just briefly go through, because I realized that I've been saying like example like next week. Say that example, I'll be saying about the Teo, Zyros and Pumbig for like the past 2 weeks, and then I'll be going on saying for like 4 weeks straight in a row. So I'm like just cut them short, and then we'll just run through into summons right after that. So have quite a few summons, which I think I'm just going to do on like mystical scrolls, which I do not know if we are able going to get anything out of this because it's only just 9 scrolls. So if we are able to get lightning, I think it's quite lucky of me to even get 1 lightning. So without much further ado, let's get right started into this. Okay, so about the early part I was saying about like explaining on like what, I don't know what I want to explain, but I remember I saying that I want to explain about something because lately I've been losing motivation in this game. So whatever I mean, I'm not like doing this to actually like say until that maybe that I get a net 5, but then that's not the case. But you can see that the crystals are like pounding for my case, because I haven't really been playing much of Summoner's War. I'm really just like clearing the guild battles, then clearing my wings, then and clearing the energy. And that's all that I have. So that is the reason why that my mystical scrolls is also like very little. It's only like 9, because all of them actually I bought them from the like shop, or then maybe something which is dropped from like the dungeons while I was actually farming. So that's also why that I have not been doing like any single video for like the past week other than the summons. Because I want to do the summons live. I mean, not really live, but actually like recorded. So now we're left with like 3 mystical scrolls after such much babbling, which I think that kind of losing motivation, but I would say that I don't think that might even get like a lightning. Yep, I'm going to skip this and then just summon, and then yep, that's all for okay. I know that I actually usually summon like my all these scrolls like right after the 24th, where I get the one for the monthly, but I think that right now I'm not really much on playing this Summoner's War, so I'm like just stopping all like my summons here. Probably maybe next month that I might actually just throw in these scrolls in, or consider it as cashing in. Yep. So I guess that's all for what we have for today then. Yep, nothing at all. So yep. And then just go back to these exclusive summons. So we have like Vanessa, Legmorod, and Red, and a good few bit of Netfall. So if you guys are going for any of them, I think that this cycle could be like a very good all-rounder, because this guy is good for offense, in my opinion. This guy could be also good for offense, and then stealing off these buffs and putting on a brand could actually change some game in like when you're actually playing. Even in defense, because I have a friend who was using this before. Then Berettas for Trial Ascension. Then the Fire No Stone Fighter. This wise, I think PvE will be like totally okay, but PvP I'm not sure. Then Delphoid goes without saying. So Delphoid you just refer to like my guild battles, or the PvP playlist that I have. So that one wise is like more or less settled with the rest of them. Yep, so I guess that's all for what I have today. Then until I have more motivation, then I'll play back this game. So, but I'll still continue on with like this Monday's episode. So thanks for watching, and then goodbye.